stand up for me, please, this morning? Please remain standing for the Metropolitan Transit Police Color Guard.
Present arms. Order arms. Ready, cut. Ready, step.
Thank you, everyone. Please be seated. Good morning, everyone, once more. Good morning, everyone. Yes, lovely. That was so nice. My name is KJ Georges. I'll be your mistress of ceremonies for today's combined graduation. We are here for this wonderful celebration. We have class 2303. We also have class 2304 accelerated. And we also have our transit field supervisors who are also graduating their training program. So I want to say one word, a few words to all of my graduates today. You'll get a lot of advice, a lot of congratulatory remarks. This is your time, this is your day. Please absorb it, smile, enjoy it, because this is really about you today. Would you agree? Absolutely, absolutely. First to offer you his welcome is our Senior Vice President of Bus Services, Mr. Leroy Jones.
Good morning, everyone. This is a great day. I really look forward to graduations, and I'm really just excited to see such a large class, excited to see some supervisors for multiple reasons, and also really excited to see those who came out to support the team. It's really important. I know you all have been supporting them along the way, and it's really important as they continue on their journey in their career at Metro for you to continue to support them. So I want to say thank you all for coming out today, because I'm sure it means a lot to the team up here today, and just stick with them because it's going to be very challenging along the way. I do want to start out also by thanking the entire training department. Those that's part of the training, can you just raise your hand for a second, please? All right. All right, so I wanted, the team does a great job every day and with every class, right? But the bus training team was really challenged because we hired two large classes back to back, right? In the month of September, we brought in like 66 or 67 folks. In the month of October, we brought in around 72. If I'm not mistaken, I think that's how many people actually showed up. But that really challenged the team, and they let us know about it along the way. But we really appreciate a lot of the feedback because we've been able to take some of the feedback that they've given us to continue to make the training department a little better and getting some additional resources moving along the way. So I do want to say thank you all for letting us know some of the challenges. The other thing I want to talk about is that we're not only working on board new bus operators, but also the training instructors as well. So you all should be seeing some new team members show up in the next few weeks. So to the graduates, what a day for you, right? Give yourself a round of applause because you deserve it. You know, today is a day where you really should feel proud of your accomplishments and what you've been able to endure over the past 10 weeks. For those of you all that grew up in the DMV, like myself and many others in this room that work for WMATA, you should have a special sense of pride because you're about to give back to the community and serve the communities in which you grew up, and that's special, and please don't take that for granted. You know, I come to work every day. I've been here over 23 years, and it feels good to be able to say that I'm supporting the communities that I grew up in throughout the DMV, so that's really important. So let's just talk a little bit about working here at WMATA. You know, you're no longer representing just yourself, your family, but you're representing this organization and this region, okay? Don't take it lightly. And we have a great team here in this organization, in bus, rail, and all of the support groups that's ready to support you throughout your career. As I mentioned, I've been here 23 years, and there's other folks in this audience that started out as frontline team members, and I just encourage you to pursue your career dreams. It's very important. You know, we need great bus operators forever. Like, that's what we need, but we also need folks to be the next future leaders. And in every class I look at, I say somebody in that group is going to be a future leader, right? Somebody is going to go achieve their career goals. So I just encourage you, chase your goals and never let anybody in this organization tell you what you can or cannot do, okay? Chase your dreams. That's very important. The positions that you've chosen are very challenging. There are going to be some good days. There's going to be some very challenging days along the way. And I need you to go in understanding that. And just know that there's going to come a time possibly in your career, because I know I faced some during my career, but mistakes happen. When mistakes happen, raise your hand, own up to it, and let's figure out how to move on, you know? Because it's not all about punitive. It's about coaching, development, right? And figuring out how do we help that person get better, all right? And that's the message that I send to the leadership team in bus all the time, okay? It's really good to see the transit field supervisors sitting next to the bus operators, because guess what? They sat where you sat not too long ago in their career, right? So they came in as bus operators, they went over to rail as station managers or train operators, and now coming back over to bus to supervise folks and help support you all. And I want to make sure that you all remember, when you get out there, don't forget what it was like to be a bus operator. You know, I think it's very easy sometimes as you ascend to kind of forget, right? But don't, okay? So I just encourage you all and challenge you all to do that. So I do want to go back to the training department just to quote a couple of numbers real quick. The training department thus far this year has delivered 266 bus operators. All right? Great. You know, the transit field supervisors training team led by Mr. Kevin Smith has delivered 16 supervisors this year. And guess what? That number is going to continue to grow. We're probably going to be somewhere around 290 for bus operators by the end of this calendar year. And guess what? Next year, I got to tell you all, it's going to get bigger. All right? Because we're trying to really ramp up service. So a couple of more notes before I leave. I want to just say, please remember that your role as a bus operator and as a supervisor is to ensure that we provide the best customer experience possible. Because when customers are inconvenienced, one, it's not good, right? But then we're also going to hear about it, as we rightfully should, you know. And I'll tell you, one of the biggest bus riders in our agency Mr. Clark, he's going to come up here in a few minutes. If something's not going right, he'll pick up the phone and call me. We had an interesting conversation the other night about his experience, right? Because he really takes the bus serious, right? Not just rail, not just Metro Access, it's about all modes, right? But I could just assure you that between him and Mr. Dwyer, we have really sound leadership in place that's going to really take us and lead us into the future, and I'm really excited about that. So as I wrap up, you know, I just want to say that it's an exciting time to be in bus. Yesterday we honored Rosa Parks. I thought that was great. Also, we're in the process of planning to celebrate our 50th anniversary in February. That's a big deal, right? We're also working to redesign our bus network, and we're also working to implement zero-emission buses, and also working, most importantly, to improve our customer information for our folks that need us every single day. And I just want to make sure that you realize that this group that's in bus at this time is going to be part of history, you know? And we're working on some really innovative things, and I don't want to steal the thunder of the GM when he comes up, but I'm sure he's going to touch on it just a little bit. But I'm really excited about some stuff that's going on. So without further ado, I just want to say thank you, congratulations, and I do want to bring up our General Manager and CEO, Randy Clark.
So good morning, everyone. Hey, I like that. When I was in Austin, I used to do the whole y'all thing, so maybe I'll get back into that. Good morning, y'all, right? Leroy just, first of all, never follow Leroy, because Leroy is just a fantastic speaker. His passion, his belief in what we do is so serious. So, you know, our organization is really lucky to have Leroy leading as Senior Vice President of Bus Operations. And Leroy, I just really appreciate all your hard work and effort and how you're moving this team forward. So just keep up doing a great work. Really appreciate it. For everyone, from a story point of view, I think Leroy's life story is what he was talking about, that this place is full of opportunities. Leroy started as in track, doing track labor, and now he's a Senior Vice President of Bus Operations. So this organization is unlimited possibilities, and it's up to you to take those opportunities and those possibilities and turn them into opportunities. And I think there's a lot of people here that have done that. So I have the honor of being the general manager right now. Leroy is right. I am out on the system a lot. I promise not to try to distract you from your job when you're out there, but I do try to say hi. And I also try to understand what's really going on. And if you see me out there, obviously, hopefully we'll say hi. But if something's not right, let us know. And you have to let us know early. Don't let something fester, right? That leads to, you know, you're going to have an amazing supportive workforce here, but there obviously will be people that sometimes get down. And when people get down and get into the gutter talk, it becomes kind of cancerous. And what we really want to create a culture here of just say what the issue is, and then we're going to go fix the issue, right? And the only way to do that is let's be honest and work really well together. And I've been trying to say the same message to everyone over and over. We are going to have your back. You have a really difficult job ahead, but a very exciting job. As Leroy said, you get to serve your community. Also, I know many of you are excited, like starting, I think most people, some people start as early as Sunday, right, on the road. My understanding is Sunday, that means you got a pretty good pay increase, right? So, okay, so that's pretty exciting. But also you're gonna see people's lives. And 95, 98, 99, doesn't matter depending where you are, of our customers are amazing people. They're people you may know in your in the community. There may be people you don't know, but you see that you're making a difference. We're basically the city school bus system at the same time, so we're getting kids to school, we're getting people to the doctor, we're getting people to jobs, you name it. And then we're going to have 1 or a couple % of people that are not the best customers. And we're just going to be honest with that. Now, I'm sure all your instructors and Elmer and the team were kind of honest with you during the process. There are some people in society that don't like to follow the rules, and you know, we'd all prefer maybe not to interact with them. Don't let them ruin your day. Go about your business, be professional, care about your own safety, your customer safety. Worst case, hit the button, police are going to come and help you, right? Don't put yourself in an unsafe situation. Do the best you can, and if you do that, I promise you, we will have your back all in. Promise you that, okay? So just do the right thing at every time, and we got you. Does that seem like a pretty fair deal? All right, okay, awesome. To the family members are here, I want to do a special thank you to you. The fact, you've all decided to share your family member with us, and Metro is a family, and hopefully now you'll be part of that family. I've been here just over 4 months. This is an amazing organization. People really care about each other here. So the classmates will care about each other, and you go through your careers in Metro. And we want people, I'll really emphasize, we don't want people here for jobs. We want people here for careers. And that is a different thing. We want you here. You're sitting in these chairs, and we want you here as, for your career. And that means your family is allowing you to be part of that. And there will be times, especially as you start out, difficult schedules. Right? Holidays. Some of us, this probably be the first year that maybe I get to this role where I don't have to work every single holiday. Now I'll just be on the phone. But in this business, we work a lot of holidays because we get people around, right? We work winter snowstorms. We work other things. So thank you to your families for being part of this process. I know you're going to be very proud of all of them coming to work. And looking after their family. That's part of what's valuable here too. We provide a good opportunity for life so you can look after your life. So again, thank you for your families for being here today and being part of this process. Thank you to all of our instructors and team. 266 to date. We'll probably end the year close to 300. I was just talking to Elmer. That is a heavy lift we put on you this year. And Leroy's right. Next year is unfortunately going to be a pretty hard lift as well. But not only are you responding, you're responding in very high quality. Everyone that has gone from a recruit to an operator is of high quality. You're doing great work. I know we got some more resources coming for you, so just keep up the great work. And as Leroy mentioned, I'll end with this piece. This is an exciting time at Metro. So as Leroy talked about, electric buses. That is a big deal, not just environmentally. The quality of operating a bus is night and day. It's quiet, just the whole experience around that vehicle, and it's high technology, and we want to make sure you're trained and part of that process. We're redoing a lot of our bus facilities. Some of them are in great shape, some of them are not. The ones that are not great shape are going to end up looking absolutely gorgeous when they're done. Beautiful employee amenities there too. We have great wellness programs here that we want to actually add even more to. We want you to be physically and mentally well. And so whether that's EAP services or physical fitness or good health benefits, we want to look after you because you're helping deliver for the community. So there's all of those kinds of things on buses. We got a lot of bus-only lanes that we're working on with our partners. But exciting stuff too. Some of you probably heard yesterday, the DC government, so the council and ultimately the mayor, I want to work with us to deliver going fare-free on the bus system in DC and doing an overnight bus system. Just so, I don't want to get overly kind of careful how I say my words here, but there's a current president who used the term BFD. That's a BFD in transit, I'll tell you that right now. That's not happened before in a big city, so I want everyone to realize how impactful that will be for your role too. That's going to allow us to actually, if we can get that whole thing deal worked out, buses will go to all-door boarding in the district. We're going to be able to move people way quicker. It's going to be safer. There's going to be less confrontation for some people at the fare box. There's a long way to go on that yet, but that's exciting. Going to a 24-hour bus system in the city is a big deal. People that really need to rely on us in those off hours, we're going to be able to deliver that. And so there is, I would argue, maybe the most exciting time in the history of bus in the industry, and we want to now be the big leader in the industry doing that. So you're part of that team. Thank you for choosing Metro, and we are happy you're here. And to our two supervisors, congratulations. I love the fact that we're doing a combined ceremony, and I hope we keep doing that. As Leroy said, you've been through various roles, and thank you for your leadership. Look forward to seeing you out on the street, and more importantly, I know mentoring and coaching and looking after all the operators here today. So thanks for having me. Congratulations, everyone. Look forward to moving through the ceremony. I'll just keep the flow going. I'll introduce our Chief Operating Officer, Brian Dwyer, who I'm really happy Brian joined us. He has a lot of frontline experience, and he's going to keep moving us forward.
Hey, so just like the GM, he doesn't like going after Leroy. I don't like going after either one of them, so I'll be brief. I wanted to echo a couple of sentiments that have already been shared, though. I retired from the agency in Boston about 11 years ago, so I began there as a part-time collector, wore a uniform, drove a train for 3 years. Hey, one thing I did want to say at the outset, I don't know if I've been so happy to see so many people in uniform since the last time the Patriots won the Super Bowl. We are really hurting for operators here, and I can't echo enough the fact that the hard work that everybody in bus ops, especially Elmer and his team, do to train you folks well is just incredible. And I would say, as somebody who used to have to care about the rating that you had as a driver, the idea that you're coming in now and we're going to continue, we promise, to hire a ton of people behind you, that's going to make your hours better. So although off the bat they might not be the best, trust me, they're going to get better. Have faith in that. So just going back to the families, as I said, I retired from the agency in Boston. I've been down here about 4 months, and it's a really big, I grew up kind of rough scrabble, so the idea that your kid get on the tee and was making a couple of bucks and wore a uniform, my mother and my family was very proud of that, and it is a deal. They are now part of the Metro family, but they're going to do their best to make the living that will help their family, and you're going to be proud of them and support them as best you can. I want to go back to Elmer for a second, because this is the second time I've been exposed to Elmer in my career. I was a consultant who worked with Elmer when he was at MTA Baltimore. And Elmer just really has a special vocation with regards to training. And I would humbly submit that our bus operators are as well trained as any bus operators in the industry. So you should take great pride in that. And I would say as well that, there's a number of us like the GM, like Anne-Marie, like Greg, who have worked at other properties. I think there's many things we're looking into with regards to how we can make your position better. Can we look into ways to kind of come up with a more creative schedule? Can we look into ways just to be better stewards of kind of supporting you as you do your great work? And it is great work, and it's impactful work. And I don't think, it's ever been a more important time to be in public transit. And just a couple of things about having been an operator. I could tell you more about the people I drove with than I could any general manager or any chief operating officer or anywhere else. It's really a small club of people. So I still remember the names of the guys and ladies I drove with and their kids and just some things they had happen to them. It's a special group of people when you come in together. So I hope you maintain those relationships. Look, it's been said, we're really looking to be as supportive as we can to everybody. So if you have a bad day, just have a bad day and keep it to yourself and share it with your operators. Try not to share it with your customers. And just try to be kind to each other, to our customers, to everybody. Occasionally you're going to have people at Central Control who are having a bad day. Cut them some slack. If you need to talk about it afterwards, go right ahead. But it's really all about just trying to do the right thing here. And as a former operator, when in doubt, stop. That's the best advice anybody ever gave me. Stop and call for help. And I do want to call out the supervisors, having been a frontline supervisor. That's a tricky role. And I mean that in the best possible way, because you're really kind of finding your way between being an operator and going to that next level. So be as supportive as you can. I would say, look, we are not a disciplined culture here. We're about identifying issues and take care of them. Let your fellow managers know what they need to know. And whenever you can, coach or mentor somebody. So, folks, great day here. The celebration that a graduation is here is just really amazing to me. It's impactful. So I hope you all enjoy the day. Wish you all the best of luck. Thank you.
Thank you to the three gentlemen that offered their congratulatory remarks. So I have something for the graduates. Are y'all feeling the love? Yes, yes. Look at all the people supporting y'all. Woo! And remember, when you see them or if you need help, reach out. Don't suffer alone. And I know your family don't want you bringing that stuff home all the time either, right? Right, family? Yes, get the help, because we have the services here. And what did Mr. Dwyer said? When in doubt, what do you do? Oh, look how smart they are, y'all. Aren't they wonderful? Next, coming to the podium, we have our street operations team, and they're going to go through the congratulatory remarks and the certificate presentation for the transit field supervisors. So may I first invite Mr. Terrence Artis to the podium. He is the superintendent of street operations.
Good morning, everyone. Just had a few words for transit field supervisors over here. I'd first like to congratulate all the graduates here today. Whether it's your first or fourth step in your career here at WMATA, you have made an excellent choice, and I wish you all much success as you move forward. I would also like to acknowledge the team of supervisors and assistants who have trained our transit field supervisors here today. Assistant Superintendent Kevin Smith, Assistant Superintendent Bernita Perry, and Transit Field Supervisor Lachelle Thornton, and the many transit field supervisors who assisted with on-the-job training. This class, we have 2 graduates. I've spoken with both of them early on in their course and heard them speak over the radio, and even been out in the cold during the pre-dawn hours with one detouring buses, which I can attest to their passion and dedication to the title that they now hold. Their customer service and professionalism are top-notch, and I'm grateful to accept their service. In closing, I do want you both to know that this is not the end of your training. Every day and every incident you respond to will be different. There will be lots of similarities, but no two will be exactly the same. Use all of your resources, your fellow transit supervisors, assistant superintendents, myself as well, and your coworkers who operate the buses. These individuals who operate these routes know the area, the customers, better than we ever could. Our job would be non-existent without them. Congratulations once again, and welcome aboard. Transit field supervisors, please rise. All right. As a transit leader, I pledge to always be professional and provide quality service. I will lead from a place of empathy towards both internal and external customers.
I will lead from a place of empathy towards both internal and external customers.
I will listen and be considerate when performing my duties.
I will listen and be considerate when performing my duties.
I will be responsive to customer needs.
I will be responsive to customer needs.
I will be a pillar of trustworthiness and uphold WMATA's guiding principles.
I will be a pillar of trustworthiness and uphold WMATA's guiding principles.
Safety will be the core of all my actions.
Safety will be the core of all my actions.
This is my pledge to those I now serve and support.
This is my pledge to those I now serve and support.
Thank you. Please be seated. Next, we have Assistant Superintendent, Mr. Kevin Smith, for the presentation of the certificates. Mr. Clark? Mr. Clark, come on up.
Good morning, everyone. I would like to take this opportunity to congratulate you all. You had a goal, you did the work, and now you're seeing the fruits of your labor. Guess what? I was once in your seat many, many moons ago. And I want you to understand that this is a family. This is a place, a company that invests in their people. I came here to operate a bus just like you did. Hey, I came from restaurant management, very, very stressful. But I said, I just want to drive a bus, provide for my family. And when I came here, guess what management would not let me do? They would not let me settle for less than what I could bring to the table. They developed me. They put so much love into me. And now I stand here newly promoted as an assistant superintendent. Man, You just feel the love. You just feel the love. I know what you've heard about the white shirts. I know you've been in the division for a little bit. We are not the enemy. Like management has said, when in doubt, stop. We are coming to help you. I want to help you. It's not about discipline. It's about making sure that your career is as fruitful as all of us around you. We want to see you develop. We want to see you operate these buses safely and get home to your families. So whenever you need any assistance, please do not hesitate to contact BOCC so that we can respond and be there for you. My supervisors, remember what it was like to be an operator. Always remember, I train them. We are a team. We work together to provide safe, reliable service to our customers. Because guess what? In this area especially, our public needs Metro. It's a very large service area, so I want you all to always remember this moment. Never stop looking forward. What's the next move? Deliver the greatest service that you can to our customers. And who are your customers? Our operators. We all have customers. We have internal and external customers, and we have to always make sure that we are giving them the best service possible. So now I'm not going to stop to keep talking all this time. But now we present the certificates. First and foremost, we have Supervisor Anthony Potts. And next we have top of her class, Supervisor Janae Green. Thank you all. Congratulations. Field supervisors, you may be seated.
Actually, I will call you back. Congratulations, transit field supervisors. Moving along in the program, we now have our graduation for our soon-to-be bus operators. I'm gonna give you all a round of applause. And before we get to that, we're going to have our class valedictorian, Miss Carrington Nelson. Come on up, ma'am. She will be leading her classmates in the Metro Pledge.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Carrington Nelson, and I'm the class valedictorian. Will you all stand and repeat after me? As a transit professional, I promise to perform my duties and responsibilities with integrity, character, and as a good steward of the public trust. I will never compromise my own safety or the safety of my coworkers or customers. I will always have the courage to hold myself and others accountable for our actions. I will always uphold WMATA's guiding principles and serve this agency in the National Capital Region. Thank you. You can be seated.
Thank you, Ms. Nelson. Next, coming to the podium, we have the class instructor, Ms. Shelley Porty White.
morning. Congratulations. On the first week of class, there's a tradition in my classroom that everyone that you meet for the first week, if you can remember, we gave them applause. We've had one person say when someone came in, there's an officer on deck. And I told you, they have so many accomplishments when you meet these new people, as you heard Mr. Jones' story and you heard my story when we met. And I told you one day, Ms. Roberson, somebody was going to clap for you, right? That if you just did what we asked, there will be an officer on deck. So today, it's my pleasure that I'm going to clap for you as a graduate. So it's my pleasure to give you your certificates. Carone said, Mr. Clark, come on up. Do you want to hand them over? For the first row, please stand. Mr. Devon Abrams. Zawadu Anali. Rashad Austin. Shane Best. Carlick Brown. With the first row, please be seated. Second row, please stand. Miss Takesha Cole. Mr. Willie Gore. Okay. Mr. Nicholas. Mr. Nicholas Graham. Mr. Antonio Hamilton. Mr. Jamil Jackson. Mr. Travis Jackson. Miss Letitia McQueen. With the second row, please stand. Be seated, I'm sorry. With the third row, please stand. Everybody looks like that. Miss Desiree Medley. Mr. Joshua Morrow. Miss Sierra Ogaldez. Miss Kaisha Palmer. Miss Nicole Parker. Mr. Johnny Perkins. Miss LaWanda Rich. Miss LaWanda Reddick. And Miss Adai Rich. With the third row, please be seated. Fourth row, please stand. Mr. Eric Raleigh, Jr. Miss Aliyah Shabazz. Miss Angela Thompson. Mr. Terrell Thompson. Miss Brenda Baden. Mr. Joseph Watkins. Mr. Justin Wilson. Mr. Damasu Llewellyn. And ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to introduce to you the highest scoring person in Ms. Porty White's class in class 2303. Again, Ms. Carrington Nelson. And last but not least, fourth row, you may be seated. Last but not least, I wanted to acknowledge that we had some accelerated students in our class. So these students were fast-tracked because of their prior experience, and they demonstrated to us that they were ready to move before the other class. This is the accelerated class from Ms. Porty White's class, 2303. Please stand. accelerated, you may be seated. Thank you. Karan says you're dismissed.
Don't go too far, gentlemen. We'll get a picture upstairs in the penthouse. Okay? Thank you so much. Everyone, let's give a round of applause for all of our graduates today, please. Oh, y'all gonna make me cry in here. That was wonderful. Congratulations, y'all. Congratulations. Bringing us home with closing remarks, we have our own training director, Mr. Elmer Coppage. Come on up, Mr. Coppage.
Thank you, Ms. Karan. Good morning, everyone. So for starters, I just want to thank all of the family members that showed up to provide support to this wonderful group of professional bus operators. For me, I have the best career in the nation. I get to serve all of you. So think back, right, when you first started in September, we've had many conversations, right? Some of you came as early as 5:30 in the morning, and we sat and we conversed and we talked about different things, a sign-on bonus, when I'm going to finish class and who I'm assigned to and when we're going to get my CDL, all of those great things, right? So for me, it was a real pleasure serving all of you. It was my pleasure. Every morning I look forward to talking with you and seeing how you're progressing through the training program, right? So let's just turn the page for a minute. Could I get some of our training team to stand up? This wonderful team we call bus training. Let's give them a round of applause. I appreciate everything that you do, and because of your hard work, this is the end results. So I'm not going to keep all of you long, but it's been my pleasure to serve you. I look forward to talking with you in the near future, but I want you to keep one thing in mind. We've had many conversations. Keep this in mind. We exist to serve the region and our customers, right? So I believe that myself and the bus training team has demonstrated what customer service look like. And we want you to pass that on to our customers. That's all I ask. So with that being said, I appreciate everybody here. Thank you. Be safe out there. And I'll see you around downtown.
Thank you, Mr. Coppage. I also want to make sure that we recognize the wizard behind the curtain. We have support staff here, and then we also have people in the divisions that are here that came out to support the operators and the transit field supervisors that are graduating today. So my management from the divisions, thank you. I have Ms. Chankoko, Ms. Seiler, Mr. Dawson from the training team. Thank you, thank you. We also have BOCC here. I see Ms. Cachavinci, I see Mr. Edwards here, and all of these people are like behind the curtain that we don't get a lot of accolades, but we love y'all, right? But we'll take the time to make sure that we thank them too, okay? So it's almost time for the end, but I want to give you some directions. After the candidates, bus operators, excuse me. Yeah, excuse me. Yes. After the bus operators and the transit field supervisors, after they leave, we will exit left. We will catch the elevators to the penthouse, okay? We will take a few trips because it'll take us, we all can't fit in one elevator. But all you would have to do, there's a touch screen there, press the PH button, and wait for the elevators to come down. We have refreshments for you. You'll have time to mingle and time to speak to your families, your loved ones, and also get to meet some of the division personnel that are here if you haven't already done so. Okay? Sounds like a plan? All right, I know y'all want to eat, I understand. All right, so having said that, my graduates, including my TEFS, everyone please rise. And Mr. Dawson, sir. Thank you kindly. Okay, a group picture. Yes. Yes. So family, we gonna meet them in the penthouse, okay? Yeah, go me. Oh, I didn't. Okay. All right.